Yeah. Wait, hold up. Okay, explain. That's smaller. I mean,
Imagine being able to build
we're gonna
anything
start off with this
just by thinking about it.
YG.
Meet
Start off with this YG. We know the truth.
Base 44.
Breaking news. Rapper YG is being accused of murder. Apparently this took place right here in his hometown. Police officers said they are looking for more information. Him or his team have yet to make a statement.
They say I murdered this, they say I murdered that. Well, if that was true, you'd be a fucking rag. And I'd be in the cell sleeping on a rag. Ay, but too bad that ain't a fucking fact. All that talking on the fuck.
Like real talk, bro. I always been a big YG fan. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't up on him, but Slim 400, yeah, I mean, my boy Munchie B. Definitely shout out my nigga Munchie. I mess with Munchie B. Inglewood.
App. The streets done, yes, a fucking rap. They wanna see me fall the city whack. Same nigga who once brought the city back. I got paid 600 for that show, so why would I tell a nigga to fuck it up though? And it's a fact you should know. Show, so why would I tell a nigga to fuck it up though? And it's a fact you should know. Slim just died, I wasn't worried about bro. I can't get the dough. Was finna hit the stage, then I heard.
Rest in peace. Slim 400. Ice water.
Slim just died, I wasn't worried about bro. I can't get the dough. Was finna hit the stage, then I heard how y'all heard somebody got hit with a blade. I heard niggas saying YG paid. Stop lying, nigga. Come on, YG fade. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. Up the score, up the score. Yeah, they tryna up the score. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I don't even know how I ended up in the beef. When that shit got started, it didn't involve me. Not me from West Side, but in the beef. When that shit got started, it didn't involve me. Not me from West Side, punching trees. Known to be with the shit and ain't never caught no pleas. I really think it was all for attention. I ain't never say no name, but I was all in the mentions. Riding through the bitty, gripping all on the Smithy. Cause beefing up on the star, them young niggas wishing. Moved to Inglewood, I was 19 young, was fucking with the Inglewoods. Cause duh, I'm a blood. But niggas tried to say I went Inglewood because he had beef with them. Y'all sound dumb. He had beef with a whole nother rapper, but that's a story for another day, a whole nother chapter. Funny characteristics, let him be an actor. Why would I be beefing with dude? I was the factor. I'm at war, I'm at war. I been story for had peoples, cause duh, I'm a blood. But niggas tried to wood. I was 19 young, was fucking with the Eagle on the star, them young niggas wishing. Moved to Inglewood, I was 19 young, was fucking with the Inglewoods. Cause duh, I'm a blood. But niggas tried to say I went Inglewood because he had beef with them. Y'all sound dumb. He had beef with a whole nother rapper, but that's a story for another day, a whole nother chapter. Funny characteristics, let him be an actor. Why would I be beefing with dude? I was the factor. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. Up the score, up the score. Yeah, they tryna up the score. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I ain't never spit speak about it, cause that's law and I'm about it. But crazy, y'all sounded for too long and I allowed it. Niggas talking about we know the truth, yeah, I doubt it. Keep a blick when it's an outing, cause y'all got my judgment clouded. It's sad like they tryna pay me as the bad guy, when that guy was looking for the smoke with a flashlight. This ain't no diss, I'm just speaking on my past life. I hope my truth don't make you niggas wanna crash, right? Cause my same house in Inglewood, that nigga used to be there, it was all good when Lil Bro and Kels was smoking switches, not backwoods. Before Kels caught that fly case, she has a fat hood. Hearing I put
I don't know how to feel about him sitting there and talking. I mean, there's a video, so I'm believing. I'm trying
they
not to get
tryna
too
pay me
deep.
as the bad guy when that guy was looking for the smoke with a flashlight. This ain't no diss, I'm just speaking on my past life. I hope my truth don't make you niggas wanna crash, right? Cause my same house in Inglewood, that nigga used to be there, it was all good when Lil Bro and Kels was smoking switches, not backwoods. Before Kels caught that fly case, she has a fat hood. Hearing I put money on his head, embarrassing. All that, we know the truth, arrogance. Niggas with they one side, false narratives. Well, now you got my side, there it is. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. Up the score, up the score. Yeah, they tryna up the score. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war. This part of me I wanna kill. Niggas lied on my name and kept it real. This what happens when you still up in the field. Get hit with a stray bullet, yeah, them wounds be hard to heal. Niggas touching 30 and in the field. Niggas lied on my name and kept it real. I'm at war, I'm at war. Motherfucker, I'm at war.
Gotta really listen to what he's saying for real, for real. Some that ain't never been through it, they'll never understand. But ones that been through it.
This part of me I wanna kill. Niggas lied on my name and kept it real. This what happens when you still up in the field. Get hit with a stray bullet, yeah, them wounds be hard to heal. Niggas touching 30 and some change. I've been trying to keep the mental tame, but they keep throwing dirt up on my name. When you're back against the wall, that's when you let pistol bang.
Definitely one that I like. You know what I mean? Or that boy, eh?
760s. From late I take a jet. Rolling watches with these Cubans. Niggas
Welcome
down
home,
for
shorty.
disrespect. Niggas hide behind that moolah. Wanna talk and dodge that wreck.
I'm so sorry. Welcome home, OG. I'm talking like you younger than me.
OT, I get them racks. Drop a bag up on your threat. 587 60s. From late I take a jet. Rolling watches with these Cubans. Niggas die for disrespect. Niggas hide behind that moolah. Wanna talk and dodge that wreck. OT, I get them racks. Drop a bag up on your threat. RBI like Derek Jeter. Niggas running when they see us. Niggas prone to do that capping. I was striped up like Adidas. Rep the bows and bad bitches. We be riding in two-seaters. James Bond with the stash. In the pocket with the heater. Gucci shades, tunnel vision. Doctors working on your leader. Told Brody spent twice. Third time they know it's us. How you niggas top shot us, but you airing when you bust. Police pull up, get the weapons. Ain't nobody I can trust. Rather gamble, get these millions, for they put me in the dust. Baby KO, that's my nigga, but it hurt me, he ain't bust. Traumatized from all the violence, hope this glory keep me up. I hit every prison tripping, I be humble till I nut. And Ferrari's on a mission, heard them niggas set us up. I invested 30 rifles, told my niggas turn it up. She make money off of stripping, I wanna put it in her gut.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you down.
Oh, my bad, so he ain't home. Damn.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people? Topics with your boy Young and Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, man. We got Baby B Braves, man. You lied to us. So, what was that, about roughly 4 or 5 days ago? You know, I had spoke on an incident that had allegedly took place. Like I said, I didn't see it from my own eyes, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going off face value of what others are speaking on and or saying. So I called in, and one of my guys, like I said before, like, hey, you was right. You might have been right about.
But first of all, I want to commend and I want to give a shout out to Young Ant, OG Ant. Even though he calls himself Young Ant, I understand it. You know what I mean? But I want to, give a shout out and commend him for, being on his grind while he in there. You know what I'm saying? Still chasing that bag. That's hunger.
What? He like, man, you
Hustler motivation, you hear me?
said, you know what I'm saying, somebody was going to get on Braves.
This call is being recorded.
Because he's being messy, just spreading lies. I'm like, somebody got on.
This call is being recorded.
He like, yeah. I'm like, who got on him? He like, Milk from East Coast. So, I come to the internet. I report the information. After I report that information that was given to me, Braves comes on the internet, like basically people was lying. I want to say he name dropped my name dropped about getting into with Spody Face, and y'all know ODM Slim been on this line. So Braves like, oh, people lying. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. I ain't get rushed. Look at my face, you know what I'm saying, and all this crazy stuff, right? As if nothing happened. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing that he like, yeah, something did happen, but that didn't happen. And things like that, for whatever reason, he wants to be secretive about these situations. And that's what I don't respect about this dude, that this dude comes out on this internet and he's quick to speak on other people and speak on their situations and place them out there, you know what I'm saying, for being victims and things that's happened to them. But when he's the victim and or he's in a situation that may be uncomfortable, he don't want to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? He choose a route of political silence when he can choose that route and trying to dirt people and speak on other people's situations. So with him coming out saying that, like I said, although he don't have no integrity, don't mean that I'll waver mine, you know what I'm saying? If I do waver him, it won't be too much, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I stay to that course, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be a weirdo, or I just don't want to be in the same category as these birthday clowns. Now, with him saying nothing happened to him, I came back on the net and I talked about the situation. I titled it ODM Slim, you know what I'm saying, gets or gives wrong information. Basically, Baby Braves wasn't attacked or nothing happened or whatever the case may be. But I'm starting to find out different. So the same guy that told me something happened to him the first time and gave me the demonstration before I even heard it from ODM Slim, he like, hey, I called in the other day. He like, man, bro, guess what? He like, man, that dude continues to lie. I'm like, oh, he like Braves. He like, didn't you just report that didn't really happen? He like, man, that did happen. So he like, it may not have happened in which the way I told you, like as if dudes just got up on him and, you know what I'm saying, he got assaulted or whatever, but like...
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high-quality audio and video, all from the comfort of, anywhere. Even if the only camera you have is on your phone. With Riverside, you'll still look like a pro. The equipment doesn't matter. You'll get a professional-looking podcast using anything you already have at home. When it comes...
But he like, it actually did happen. So I'm like, so what's supposed to be the real story about this? So, again, this is just, you know what I'm saying, coming from face value. None of us was there, but people that's reporting this that's supposed to be on that yard or that's in prison and know of this incident, it did happen, you know what I'm saying? Now, from my understanding, it's supposed to have been Braves and, another guy named Spike, and then you had Eastbourne, and I want to say Milk, you know what I'm saying? By the way, shout out Milk, man. Milk, you know what I'm saying, been handling this business, you know what I'm saying, in this county jail and stuff before he went back up top or whatever. Now, from my understanding, Eastbourne and Milk approached these guys, and I guess a question was asked, and that question, could have been made Braves feel uncomfortable. So I heard with this question that's being asked in our press that was placed by Eastbourne and Milk, from my understanding, Braves is the one that tried to get off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was asked or said, he tried to get off. From there, that's when the 202 went on. The 202 went on, they squabbled up. However that happened, I don't know which pair of two got beat up or if it was 1-1, but it was a little melee. From there, they went to the O. So if you pay attention to that time period that people was talking about it, Braves didn't upload for hours. So I'm thinking them hours that he didn't upload was contribute to his whole time. It was placed in a hole or asset, whatever you want to call it, and the police came to holler at both parties. Holler at both parties about the incident, and you know, like man, both
I don't know that, but yeah, I don't know what the hell kind of jail they in where niggas be locked up and not gonna say protective custody.
both parties, you know, agreed, from my understanding, that you know, it was over with, or, you know, whatever, a little misunderstanding. So in them situations, the police will give you liberty to, you know, sign a chrono. You know what I'm saying? A chrono saying that you guys are good, there's no further situation that should happen.
This call is being recorded.
And just all together, you guys can be around each other, because nobody just want to be placed in that hole for 90 to 120 days waiting on a transfer, you know what I'm saying, to another prison. So they all signed the chronos, got kicked back out to the yard, you know what I'm saying? So that is the incident that happened. Now, from my understanding, what I am hearing is that, you know, I guess the Bloods have felt some type of way about the situation. And I guess, you know, between themselves, you know what I'm saying, the car on the yard, they was politicking on whether there should be any retribution behind this situation, you know what I'm saying? And from my understanding, you know, dudes kind of came to the conclusion that, you know what I'm saying, Braves is the problem, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he wouldn't be on this internet spreading these lies, talking about people, talking about all these county jail gang fights, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, reopening wounds, it wouldn't even...
I have to say this, like, I wasn't born over in LA, but gangsters anyway, gangs everywhere, right? And when I was doing me, right, living that type of life, I still don't get it, like, even down with, like, the podcast with the gang members. I don't care how you look at it, ex gang members, whatever, telling stories about. I mean, if you doing it to help people, like the youth, okay, do you? You know what I mean? You ain't, but the soap opera drama stuff that be going on, man, and then you still be in the streets gang banging. You can't. I really say that's like a.
Be what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know how true it is, but, you know, man, Braves might want to, you know, duck his taco and watch out, you know what I'm saying, for his own folks. Like I said, people are getting tired of the messiness, man, and it seems like, you know, the Roosters has come to hoop. And it look like, you know what I'm saying, you might be on that charge sheet.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Welcome to Hood War Stories. In this episode, I'll be discussing Lunatic and the Liggett Street Gangsta Bloods. The Liggett Street Gangsta Bloods are a Black American gang located in Panorama City. Located in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, Panorama City is a high-density, predominantly Hispanic working-class neighborhood known for its dense housing, commercial strips, and tightly packed residential blocks. Panorama City was originally developed in the post-war years as a suburban community for working and middle-class families. Over the following decades, Panorama City was originally developed in the post-war years as a suburban community for working and middle-class families. Over the following decades, demographic shifts, increased housing density, and broader changes across Los Angeles transformed the neighborhood. As the area became increasingly Hispanic, a smaller but established Black community also took root. While Hispanic gangs would eventually become the dominant force in Panorama City, several Black gangs emerged and maintained a presence in parts of the neighborhood. Liggett Street traces its origins to the 1980s on Sylmar Block. Founded by residents of the Sylmar Gardens apartments across from Liggett Street Elementary School, a complex that would eventually become its stronghold and primary base of operations, while they were originally known as Sylmar Block. Over time, the gang took on the name Liggett Street, named after the nearby block between Sylmar Avenue and Moonbeam Street, and made green its signature color. Despite beginning as a mixed gang, it would eventually align itself with the Bloods, identifying as Bloods now, with their main cliques being 86 and 9200. Historically, their biggest rivals are the Whitsett Avenue Gangster Crips and the Dead Ends. Unlike LA, where the gangs are on top of each other, in the Valley things are more spread out, especially among the black gangs. So gang members would often need to travel to get at their enemies. On September 9th of 2003, 3 Liggett Street members, Terry,
Nigga, by the time I get to evening, I'll probably be hungry, tired. Don't even feel the same way I felt 20 minutes ago. You hear me?
Jeffrey, and Chris decided to go hunting for enemies. The trio climbed into Chris's mother's red Mitsubishi and headed toward Taft High School, where Chris, who had graduated the previous year, new members of Dead End Gangster Crips attended. Chris drove while Terry and Jeffrey rode as passengers. Inside the vehicle were 2 loaded firearms. The trio pulled up to a crowded
To a school? God.
bus stop in front of Taft High School, where dozens of people, including students who had just been dismissed from class, were waiting. After spotting a possible rival, the men shouted out and demanded to know his gang affiliation. The individual responded dead ends. The group then circled the block. When they returned moments later, one of the passengers leaned out of the vehicle and opened fire with a semi-automatic handgun. Bullets ripped into the crowd, striking 3 students, a girl and 2 boys in the upper body. One of the victims suffered catastrophic injuries and was airlifted to a nearby hospital. A bullet had struck his spine, leaving him permanently paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair. Following the attack, the Mitsubishi sped from the area at freeway speed, evading immediate capture. More than 50 detectives worked the case, while tips from the public helped investigators
God dang, 50? What the hell?
identify the suspects. About 2 weeks later, detectives served search warrants at 3 locations across the San Fernando Valley. Investigators recovered evidence during the searches, and Chris was taken into custody at his home. He was booked on 3 counts of attempted murder and held on $1 million bail. The next morning, Terry and Jeffrey surrendered to authorities. Prosecutors charged both men with 3 counts of attempted murder and mayhem in connection with the shooting. On November 15th of 2005, Terry and Jeffrey were found guilty of 3 counts each of attempted murder and mayhem. The following month, the 2 Liggett Street members were sentenced to 120 years to life. The mid-2000s marked one of Liggett Street's more active eras, as the gang became involved in multiple violent conflicts that frequently resulted in gunfire. On September 13, 2006, Deshaun and Ashley went to Birmingham High School to pick up his little sister Tamika. Deshaun, also known as Red Rum, was from the Liggett Street gang. The 3 left the school and walked east along the south side of Haynes Street, toward a bus stop at Balboa. Ashley and Tamika observed 2 black males across the street, who consisted of Deshaun and Andre. They were at the northwest corner of Balboa and Haynes. The black males then began to cross the street and walk towards them. Tamika saw Andre throw up some gang signs, then asked Deshaun where he was from. Andre was touching the front of his pants like he had a gun. Deshaun answered that he was from Westside L Gang. In response, Deshaun made a circular motion. Andre then told Deshaun to come to the cut. At this point, the black males had started crossing the street. Tamika, Ashley, and Deshaun were walking behind them. Deshaun, who had been walking away from the group, turned around and produced a gun. He then began shooting. Deshaun hit a quick bob and weave trying to dodge the bullets. He then pulled the gun up out of his shirt and extended his arm and began shooting back. He shot back 5 times and tried to take his enemies out with him. Deshaun wound up hitting the exchange. The bullet had ricocheted off some hard surface before hitting him. After Deshaun was shot, Tamika dialed 911. Shortly after the shootings, a passerby saw Deshaun hiding under a tree. He was on his cell phone telling someone to hurry up. A black sedan drove up at a high rate of speed and then stopped. Deshaun ran to the car, got in, and stayed low, while Andre ended up fleeing the scene on foot. The witness provided police with the license plate of the black sedan. Police recovered the car, and it was registered to Deshaun's relative. Deshaun's fingerprints were also found inside. Deshaun sustained a gunshot wound to his abdomen and died of that wound. Gang enforcement detail revealed that Deshaun and Andre were members of the Whitsett Avenue Gangster Crips. The pair were taken into custody shortly after the incident and faced numerous charges, ranging from murder to assault with a firearm. After jury trial, Nahshon was convicted on 1 count of second-degree murder. He was also convicted in count 5 of assault of a firearm. Andre was convicted of voluntary manslaughter. He was also convicted of assault with a firearm in Tamika. He was sentenced to a total of 17 years in state prison. Let's fast forward to 2020. In this era, Liggett Street gained renewed notoriety amid a surge in activity. Younger members frequently went viral on social media for assaults and confrontations involving rivals from Dead Ends, East Coast Crips, Canoga Park 13, and whoever else they can get their hands on, seemingly just going around beating up on people, acting like real-life bullies. The females from their set were also getting with it too. Acting like real-life bullies. The females from their set were also getting with it too. People. Acting like real-life bullies. The females from their set were also getting with it too. The explosion in the gang's activity coincided with a sharp increase in membership. During this period, Liggett Street reportedly tripled its numbers by recruiting large numbers of black youths from the Lancaster and Palmdale area. After arriving in the valley, they'd connect with other Liggett Street members before going to hunt for the opposition.
Let blood get it.
Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. Blood start snitching to a random person.
Oh, yeah, out of here, blood.
Leading this new generation was Lunatic. Lunatic was from the 8600 block, arguably their most active member during this period. Much of the gang's visibility during this era was driven by him. As a youth, he built his name quickly by thundering down enemies at the Sylmar Juvenile Hall. After his release, he resumed terrorizing rivals throughout the valley. Unlike many of his peers, he frequently chose his fists over a gun, appearing to enjoy the violence he inflicted. He developed a reputation for brutally beating opponents and took satisfaction in doing so.
What's what I said you was talking to Big Deal though? What's what I said you was talking to Big Deal though? What's what I said you was talking to Big Deal though? What's what I said you was talking to Big Deal though? Back up.
I got one challenge for you. Try Whisper Flow once. One time. And I promise you'll understand why I haven't typed a full sentence in 6 months.
I was always taught if somebody running away from you, they don't want it. But it is people out here, bro. Excuse me. You got people out here, bro, that will be acting all crazy, talking like they really with that the whole time. Ain't got no smoke. They want none. So you definitely got them out here. Gotta press them buttons.
Liggett Street blood gang, nigga, you know how I get in. Show his face, show his face. Go get in on his face. Let me see.
Still recording proof.
It is, nigga. Get out. And they dead friends.
I'll let him know that message.
Split ends.
I ain't saying that.
Nigga, say split ends.
I ain't saying fuck it.
You say split ends, or you gonna be the one getting? I'm gonna count to 3. Okay, yeah. Yeah, again. Louder.
Split ends.
Yup. Yeah.
As he continued putting the stomp down on rivals, he became one of the most hated figures in the valley. As his notoriety grew, he began receiving numerous racial threats in his Instagram DM.
This racist look at all these they own you, fool. They wanna kill own it. They know. They already know what the deal is, bro. They know what we on. Look at this in me. Talk about you gonna kill me. Look at these niggas. Hey, you just jumped one of our homies.
The volume of racial threats directed at him became excessive. And him being mixed with that background, he took it extra personal. The hostility only fueled his determination to target his Mexican rivals even more aggressively. As can be seen from several of his message requests, he was repeatedly urged to pull up at Loudnark Park. The park serves as ground zero for the Canoga Park, Alabama gang. During the 2000s, the gang developed a notorious reputation for targeting black residents within its territory. As a result, Canoga Park gained a reputation among many as a place where black people risked being harassed, assaulted, or even shot simply for being in the area. When Lunatic encountered a Canoga Park 13 member on a bus, he initially pretended to be friendly in order to confirm the individual's gang affiliation. Once he got the answer he was looking for, he began beating him down.
He said he gotta stay clean, look. Oh look, let me see the tattoo. Show him. Where you say you from the West? Yeah. Canoga?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Hey, chill, dog.
Sit down. No, he won't.
With the gang's activity showing no signs of slowing down, several Liggett Street youths began landing behind bars. Among those arrested was Lunatic, who would ultimately face a series of serious charges. According to his homies, he's programming hard in the pen, where he's currently serving a 10-year sentence.
I mean, I guess that's good, 'cause I thought the little nigga would have been dead. Damn. That's crazy.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete...
Out furious like boys in the hood. Won't split when I get chips, keep the toys in the hood. I'm good with the fists, but I'm known to blast quick. In case I gotta grab shit, there's guns in my cabinets. Like dishes couldn't kill me in the kitchen. Guns in the toilet so I'm strapped while I'm shitting. Guns in the booth so I'm strapped while I'm spitting. Billboard the truth, word to Mac Mittens. Like that.
Told you, man. It don't get no more gangster than that, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. Billboard, also known as Forbent, was born William Luss Jr. on October 19th, 1979. He would grow up in Compton, California. Growing up in a notorious place like Compton is many routes in life. Compton has bred some of the most notorious gangsters in the streets, along with athletes and notable rappers. And at points in his life, Billboard aimed to be all three. But the streets ended up being his career path. His influence from family and friends were all active members in the streets, and growing up in his formative years in the 90s, Compton was like Wild Wild West. In the early 1990s, crime in Compton was extremely high by national standards, especially when you look at actual numbers in 1990 alone. The city recorded 78 homicides, over 3,100 total violent
God damn, bro.
crimes, including robbery, assault, and several others, which is massive for a city around 90,000 people. By 1991, homicides rose to 87 killings, one of the highest totals in the city's history, and roughly 3 times the per capita murder rate of Los Angeles at the time. The homicide rate of this period was estimated about 90 murders per 100,000 residents. Throughout the decade of the 90s, the number stayed elevated. For example, Compton still had 79 homicides in 1995 and thousands of violent crimes annually. Most of the violence was tied to gang conflicts and drug activity, and it included a large number of shootings and armed robberies. So for Billboard, just being in this time period in this environment, he had to learn how to survive and grow up in the early Compton. Compton was full of Crips, Pirus, and SA gangs, and he became affiliated with the Pirus. In Compton, it's several Piru gangs, and they gained a fierce reputation and became notable to the world in the 90s off Death Row Records. Death Row became one of the biggest labels in the world, and many people behind the scenes from that label being affiliated with the Pirus. But many of those Pirus were from gangs like Mob Piru, Looters Park Piru, and Campanella, and a few others. Billboard grew up in the west side of Compton and was affiliated with the West Side Pirus and also the Cedar Block Pirus. Billboard was influenced by his older cousin, who was an active Piru. His cousin was close to Big Face, also known as the rapper Game's older brother. Both Big Face and the Game would claim Cedar Block. Big Face would introduce Billboard to the Game when they were young, and they developed a tight relationship. But the Game wasn't fully in the streets like Billboard. The Game was a young basketball prospect in his teenage years with NBA dreams, but Billboard dreams was making money and being a gangster, which he was already doing, becoming known in the streets, being active with gunplay, and also with the hands. And the street life would eventually get him time in jail, and he would spend a lot of time in the juvenile system, as well as county jail. Once sports didn't work out for Game, he put his time into the streets, and officially jumped into the Paru life. After several trials and tribulations like being shot, Game decided on a new career path, and that would be rap. He put in work for several years before being discovered by Dr. Dre, and eventually becoming a part of G-Unit, and dropping his first album in 2004 called The Documentary, making him an instant star.
One of the best albums you ever bump. You hear me? I don't want to hear that, oh, I don't listen to West Coast music. You're going to listen to it today. Go listen to it. You won't regret it.
But when the Game was building success, Billboard was still in the streets, and he would be in jail fighting a murder case, which he eventually beat.
That nigga's the epitome of a motherfucking gangster, man. You ever heard of a nigga just keeping a gangster 24/7? Nigga 365, nigga 12 months of the year, nigga, it's this nigga, man.
Strictly gangster. I'm like the dark half, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that my nigga not dark or grimy or nothing like that, but I'm the dark half. I'm coming straight gutter. Just got out of jail, man. Just beat a murder case, baby. Like that. They really never had no evidence on me, though, you know what I'm saying? It was just my history, my past, you know what I'm saying? I got a cold history with the police, you know what I'm saying?
Billboard, with the influence of Game, decided to fully dedicate himself to rap to stay out the streets. The Game began to push his imprint record label Heavy around the same time, and Billboard would be his protege. Black Wall Street Records was an independent record label founded by the Game. The name Black Wall Street is adapted from what was a racially segregated Greenwood neighborhood of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood was home to several successful and prominent black entrepreneurs in the 1920s. The Game dropped a series of mixtapes on his own label, and Billboard began to shine off the Game's cosign, and the Game backed him a lot.
That one right there, you know, it's official, man.
It's just right next to it.
That one don't come off, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real out here, man. That's how we do it, man.
Dick, they heard Game bless me. He on a few tracks, but all the rest me. Don't test me. It get deeper than music. This Black Wall Street shit is more like a movement. We ain't like these rap niggas, so don't ever confuse it. I'm a motherfucking gangster, don't make me prove it. I'll take a drive-by to a whole nother stage. Ride by your hood and drop off a grenade. You ain't the shit you piss. You belong in restrooms. Nigga, I give you the clips like Neptune, sweet ass nigga. You look like tech food. You from Compton, you know Suge? I never met dude. You gonna change your name? Yeah, me and 50 cool. Billboard, red Air Forces, red Dickie suit, red P hat over my eyes. And if this rap don't work, I'll probably die with them pies.
Billboard appeared on several songs and mixtape DVDs, which was popular at the time. He was freestyling and often promoting his music.
Niggas red trucks, New York pavement, whips and chains like we on that slave shit. Never seen Queensbridge, I'm on that brave shit. Niggas see the grave quick, living that fast life. Cali, we burnt out. New York, they mad trite. Tell niggas once so they don't ask twice. Ain't that right, Chuck?
Yeah, that's right.
Many believed that Billboard was going to be the next big thing coming from Compton, but unfortunately, he would face a tragic demise just when his career was gaining traction. On June 2nd, 2004, Billboard would be murdered in Gardena after being shot. He was only 24 years old. There's much speculation of what happened. Many stated it was an altercation with some Crips, and other reports stated he was killed after being set up, but whatever happened, another rising rapper lost his life to street violence.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago? Even if you weren't driving. Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get.
It's one of them days, man, you know? It's real shit out here, man. And, you know, man, can't nobody feel my pain, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching, you know what I'm saying? Just know I lost one of my niggas, man. One of my real niggas, man. It's too close to home, man. It's just, it's fucked up when it gotta happen like this, man. Could be me, could be you next, man. We don't know where we're going. But, you know, our lives are reflections of our everyday care.
Man, you can hear the hurt in his voice, you hear me? Some people get numb to this, you hear me? Some people don't.
And shit, man, until it's our time, man, we gotta make moves to better ourselves, man, secure our family's future, man, and try to live life on the right path, man. You know what I'm saying? And for if you're listening, if you're watching, I know you hear me, my nigga. I love you, my nigga. I try, my nigga. Man, we should have just held on, my nigga. A couple more months, my nigga. We would have been all the way out, man. I love you, my nigga. My life, man. I'ma live pushing your name, man. I'ma live, man. The memory of Big Will live on, my nigga. Billboard. For life, my nigga.
This was a devastating loss to the game. One of his best friends, which was like a brother, was killed. He would dedicate a song to him called Never Be Friends. It's been almost 22 years since Billboard's death, with him dying before he can reach stardom. Many haven't heard about him or forgot his name, but his impact was felt in his community. R.I.P. to him. This will conclude this episode, if you haven't already.
No, just be sad, bro.
Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. Many areas in Los Angeles are known for their history of violence and crime, like the Westmont area, which is a small unincorporated area in South Central Los Angeles. Despite only being about 1.8 square miles, it became one of the most violent affected pockets of LA County during the peaks of the crack era and even in the early 2010s. The Westmont area itself got its name basically because it was west of Vermont Avenue. Major streets that run through the area are Western Avenue, Normandy Avenue, Vermont Ave, Manchester Ave, Century Boulevard, Florence, Hoover Street, and Figueroa, among many others. A lot of those streets are full of gangs from Crips, Bloods, Hoovers, and even SAs, and many of these gangs became widely known by the 70s, making the Westmont area one of the most dangerous areas of all of LA. Black families moved into South Central after segregation, and restrictive housing limited where they could live. Industrial jobs and defense work during World War II helped grow the area. But in the 1970s and 80s, poverty and unemployment sharply increased across South Central, including the Westmont area, and a rise in new gangs and drugs turned the community into a downward spiral. Just in the Westmont area, you have gangs like the Hoovers and a collective of Crip gangs under an alliance called the Rollin' 100 Crips. Both gangs' rivalry dates back to the 70s, when many state that the first official Crip-on-Crip murder happened from their beef. The Hoovers have a collective of different sets, and some of their turf falls in the Westmont area, which caused them to clash with many sets in the area, especially the 107 and 11 Deuce Hoovers, who are in close proximity to all the Rollin' 100 Crips. Now, the Rollin' 100 Crips have a lot of separate Crip sets aligned to them, but of recently, the most recognizable has been the Block Crips and the Underground Crips, who have a close relationship, which they often put their sets together and go by UGBC for Underground Block Crip. As the peak of violence and shootings of the 80s and 90s came to a close, the Westmont area continued to struggle with shootings, as well as robberies and gang activities going into the 2000s and the 2010s. A Los Angeles Times investigation reported that Westmont had one of the highest homicide rates in all of Los Angeles County, with a section of Vermont Avenue gaining the name of Death Alley, after dozens of violent killings occurred there over the several years. When constant death hit in every gang, 100 Days, 100 Nights was a viral South Central Los Angeles gang panic and retaliation rumor that spread heavily in 2015 after a series of shootings and killings in South Central. Within the Westmont area, a lot of death occurred, and a well-loved Rollin' 100 Crip named KP, who was a Black Crip, was murdered. His death triggered the whole 100 Days, 100 Nights. The phrase exploded online through Twitter, Instagram, and street rumors claiming gangs were planning to kill 100 people in 100 days and 100 nights, as retaliation for the murdered members they lost. The rumor spread so fast that schools, parks, and businesses in South Central and avoiding certain neighborhoods out of fear. The panic was tied to a surge in gang violence during the summer of 2015, around
That's true. Bro, that's so true, right? The sign that he just had, it said killing our own ain't gangster, right? Put it right there in case you ain't see it. Right. I'm from Baltimore. The side don't matter. I say it so much, you should know by now. I got out of prison 2015. I think like a week, 2, 3 weeks after Freddie Gray had got killed by the police. Right. And I say that to say, I always say this, right? When it come to these so-called gangsters, even me in my days, you know what I mean? When I used to do this, niggas, people, y'all claim to be gangster, but when it come to the police, we lay down for them. We stop for them. Yes, sir. No, sir. If you gangster, why don't you and your clique go against the police? Even back in the day, even the gangs was started for the white people, aka slash the police, right? To protect our own. But
of fear. The
I'm
panic
leaving
was
alone.
tied to a surge in gang violence during the summer of 2015. Around that time, several shootings happened within a short period, especially between streets like Vermont and Western. LAPD responded by increasing patrols and launching tactical alerts across South Central. Deputies later explained that the department investigated the social media threats and found no evidence of actual organized 100 killings, though there was a real spike in shootings and gang violence happening. Police said the rumors became amplified because multiple shootings happened so close together, and within only a few days, making residents believe the online threats were unfolding in real time. During the 2010s and 2020s, the Westmont area remained one of the more violent affected pockets of South Central, though the nature of the violence evolved compared to the crack era bloodshed of the late 80s and the 90s. The area surrounding streets like Western, Normandy, Vermont, Hoover, Manchester, and some of the blocks in the 80s through the hundreds continued seeing shootings, gang retaliations, robberies, and police activity tied to the long-standing feuds. Now every set has reputable members known for various things. You got your fighters, your shooters, or you might have a combination of both. Out the Rolling 100 area, and the Block Crip and the Underground side to be exact, they have been known for being one of the most active from their side, with a lot of bloodshed coming from them. They have been known for being one of the most active from their side, with a lot of Underground side to be exact. They have been known for being one of the most active from their side, with a lot of bloodshed coming from them. But losing a lot of reputable members outside of KP over the years, a lot of members will take retaliation to another level. One of those members will be Charles Lewis III, but known in the streets as Bone 5. Bone was affiliated with the Block Crips, and he joined at an early age, and he was a young contributor to his hood. Bone will often be with elite members in his area. You will constantly see him with reputables out of his section like members like Uzi and Tucci 5, who has a reputation for being known to use his gun, and himself and others will often state it.
That's from Clarks on the dead. Where you from? That's the nigga Tucci from Clarks.
Blood got a flag.
Oh, bro, Blood got a strap on the damn homies. I saw 20th Street. Blood is on a bus. Blood on a regular ass crab, bro. On Blood is set.
You Blood got a strap, bro?
For sure.
I don't know what Blood got, but I know for sure Tucci got a strap.
But you can say the same thing about Bone. With the blocks and the undergrounds having rivals like the 99 Mafias, the A-Tray Gangsters, the Inglewood Families, and the Hoovers among others, this was where Bone allegedly gained his rep. Now, and the Hoovers are rivals like the 99 Mafias, the A-Tray Gangsters, the Inglewood Families, and the Hoovers among others, this was where Bone allegedly gained his rep. Now, Tucci is known for his dislike of the Hoovers, for his non-stop dissing them, to even getting a diss on his face to the 107 Hoovers, also known as the Salos. But it goes as far as Bone allegedly killing one of them. He started to go by the name of Killer Salo Bone. That's not a name someone would just let you claim it if you didn't earn it.
Nigga, I'm 100, baby, and I bang double O's daily. Catch the catches on the front line, ducking for the one time. But fuck them niggas, they can't get mine. XOs is this time and 10 times for my line and 10 times for my nine.
No type of peace treating. Don't come to the hundreds with none of that. Homies try to peace treat, they're homies. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I'm popping. We'll start the beef all over again.
Bone was considered a trophy in his section and was highly respected, so with his rank, catching him would up someone else's rank on the other side. When someone dies or is shot, you always have multiple rival hoods claiming the shooting or making fun of the individual or individuals who were shot. But on May 6, 2020, 3 shootings occurred. The first occurred near the intersection of Hoover and 58th Street according to the police. 2 male suspects drove up in a vehicle alongside the victim's car and fired multiple rounds at him, then fled. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The second shooting in the area occurred at 2:53 p.m., just 2 hours later, near 111th Street and Western Avenue. This shooting left 1 man dead and a second hospitalized with stable vital signs, according to the police department. Deputies responded to the location and found one of the victims suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other man was located nearby suffering from gunshot wounds to the lower body and was taken to a hospital where he survived. The second shooting involved Bone. He was shot and killed after him and another member of his gang were spotted outside and were targeted. This was a devastating loss to the Rolling Hundreds, losing a gunner and a highly loved member. Bone was only 26 years old. Although he got a lot of love in his community, he got a lot of hate from his rivals, and is constantly dissed.
Nigga, I'm fig active. 2 foes get it cracking, bitch. I sleep with a thing. Got a K up in the match. You smoking on that good weed. Yeah, that bone pack. Take a bone from a dog, baby. Won't get that bone back. Gang shit. Yeah, that I sleep with. Nigga, I'm fig active. 2 foes get it cracking, bitch. I sleep with a thing. Got a K up in the match. You smoking on that good weed. Yeah, that bone pack. Take a bone from a dog, baby. Won't get that bone back. Gang shit.
After his death,
Take a bone, K up in the match. You smoking. 2 foes get it.
and is constantly dissed.
Nigga, I'm fig active. 2 foes get it cracking, bitch. I sleep with a thing. Got a K up in the match. You smoking on that good weed. Yeah, that bone pack. Take a bone from a dog, baby. Won't get that bone back. Gang shit.
After his death, he was still honored by his gang, and even Tunchi would start calling himself Killer Salo #2. Being in the streets, nothing comes with this but death in prison, and many don't see another alternative, and that was the story of Bone.
Thank y'all for checking me out. I gotta link my. I'm gonna link my. I'm gonna link my. I'm geeking. I'm gonna link my